which is amazing to see. Cool. Now we're going to have the classic here, the Bayo Fox, another one of those sort of exemplary matchups at the higher level of Smash 4. It's historically pretty bad for Fox, but it's not awful.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So now SNooFL, this is his another consecutive time in a while that he is now in winners finals.
Yep.
Normally it's either Earl or Big Mac in this kind of situation, but SNooFL,
and if not, then Tyroy Ned.
Yeah, it's been improving to the point where SNooFL is starting to be really consistent with his placings. This has been the biggest. This is now officially the biggest roadblock for him.
Yeah. I don't believe he's taken any shots off of Tyroy.
No, I'm pretty sure the set count is distinct in Tyroy's favor to where SNooFL has not won a single set.
Something that's a little bit strange whenever I see these two play is that Tyroy is very comfortable on Battlefield. And the reason I think that's strange is because triplats are Fox's, if not his best, his second best, only next to Town. It's the sort of thing where if Bayo's on the platforms, Fox is going to be able to get pretty good juggles. Obviously, he has to be careful of which time, but at the same time, Tyroy's up air juggles are something else on this stage, especially versus such a fast fall character like Fox.
And they're so effective against characters like Fox because with the Bayo combos, yes, you can SDI out of them and there's ways to get out, but those up airs,
you can only do so much on up air.
You can hold in one direction and pray. That's.
I think that's an example of Tyroy knowing how to play against SNooFL very well. He had the call out on SNooFL's low up B. He was down there very quick, but the spacing just wasn't quite there.
Gets that up back air, and that's going to be the first stock for Tyroy.
Yeah, SNooFL just got caught jumping a little bit. Foxes like to jump at these kill percents a little bit because they're looking for the kill confirm.
Okay.
They're looking for those down airs, those nairs into the up smashes. This is a regrab, by the way. Oh, but barely missing the spacing on the down air, so he's going to live a little bit longer. That would have killed if it hit, because with Rage, that move is exceptionally powerful.
You see how deep that Tyroy hits some of these forward airs. It allows him to extend into two more up airs. That's the thing that's scary about Tyroy is that his extensions are only getting better as time goes forward. Oh, he had the air dodge read right there. I'm surprised he didn't pull the trigger, but there he pulls the trigger on the up smash, getting the stock. Now it is
going to catch that landing lag with the double ABK. Fun fact about Bayo is that landing lag differs depending on which combination of moves you will use. If you use one up B, I believe it's 14 frames of landing lag. One side B is 15. There's a 1 frame difference. If you do an up B and a side B, I believe it totals out to 16 frames of landing lag. But if you do a double, as in 2 up Bs, that totals out to 31 frames of landing lag.
Wow, so
and
that's double. That's double it. Oh, wow.
Yeah, 2 side Bs will total out to 32. So just a little something to keep in mind. If you see her use 2 of anything, it's going to be a little laggier.
Yeah.
Ooh, SNooFL actually getting back into this game, doing a pretty good job racking up.
Starting to reel it back. This ledge trap right here is super important. Tries to dash attack, but he still gets backstage control anyway.
Okay. If he can
recover.
Oh my god, that poke on the upper is excellent. I was going to say, if SNooFL can keep Tyroy on ledge, he has the potential to end up taking the stock. But now it's looking dangerous for SNooFL because Tyroy's in the upper's advantage here. One back air is going to seal this towards the ledge. Ooh, putting him off stage again, so it's dangerous.
He's also got to watch out when he's coming down on Tyroy because of that up air, but getting a second chance at life here. SNooFL now trying to get it done. The down tilt up air, that's going to close it out.
That is a kill confirm up until, I believe, close to 180% on Fox, being such a fastball character despite his light weight. But I think what's really strange is how part of that, how close it was the fact that Tyroy wasn't able to capitalize nearly as much because he did miss 2 of his nairs when SNooFL did the low up Bs. But at the same time, SNooFL is getting better in his neutral here. He didn't get witch timed at all from what I remember.
Yeah, he's been very patient. He knows his windows when to go in. He knows when to push it. He knows when to push smart, and he knows when to play by ledge.
Yeah.
He knows when it's okay to kind of challenge Tyroy as he's coming back, and at the same time, he knows when he's been being a little bit too predictable and knows how to kind of mix it up a little bit to kind of keep Tyroy on his toes. Ooh. So SNooFL has been doing a really good job. Definitely all the neutral is starting to come together, and he's starting to hang. Before, usually this would be a complete wash in Tyroy's favor. But now SNooFL, he's starting to make it close. He's starting to make it a little closer now.
Yeah, something I've been noticing is that SNooFL's advantage state has been a lot better versus Tyroy specifically, because he still struggles a little bit versus Bayo from time to time, but he's just been playing against Tyroy so often, he understands the mental game that Tyroy wants to play. Because as much as Tyroy is playing the matchup looking for those early kills, at the same time, he's a very neutral-based player.
Oh, double up air not connecting.
Yeah, but those frame traps are going to get him another grab, putting him up one more time, but excellent SDI.
Yeah, those frame traps that Tyroy has are just so deadly. And he has them both on the ground and in the air. That's what makes it just so terrifying to even just think about pressing a button as you're coming down.
That was an excellent bat within there from Tyroy, because at this percent, if he did not hit that, he in all likelihood would have died to that up air because of Town's low blast zones. Ooh, but SNooFL barely going to get that good DI there, living still. Ooh, we're getting into a range where Bayo forward throw will kill. Fox is going to be looking for, you know, the standard nair down to or down or up smash confirms.
Yeah, but getting caught in the Firefox there, that's a nair, and that's going to be the stock.
Tyroy finally hitting that spacing, and we see it cleaning up very nicely.
Right, tech chase, reflect on the bullet climax. Going super under the stage, keeping himself safe on that recovery.
I really like the idea from Tyroy, trying to two-frame with the ABK, because, oh, is that dead? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ABK is very excellent at catching recoveries that go up very vertically like that, because it can two-frame effectively, and at the same time, it does have potential to stage swipe.
But here we go, that's the Ferris wheel. It's starting to happen.
Tyroy's up air juggles on Fox are so incredible to watch. He just is so good at calling out those timings, those air dodges, everything SNooFL does disadvantage. It's like Tyroy's getting a very good read on it, because he took 50% from just those juggles. Oh, but we're not done
falls
yet.
into another up tilt. That's the thing, SNooFL has been coming down a little bit too fast now, and Tyroy has been capitalizing with his anti-airs. Like, anytime that SNooFL is trying to push himself down onto the stage from above, Tyroy has just been waiting, and it's like, all right, well, if you're going to be so hasty, fall into the up tilt, fall into the up air. You know, I can juggle. I can do this all day.
Oh, yeah. And that up tilt is so strong against Fox because of his gravity. It's like Fox is a light character, and up tilt sets up so well into up airs, back airs, any of those kill moves. And we're seeing Tyroy, he's cleaning up like beautifully, beautifully. That was the first time he ledge trumped that set and it netted him that game. This is what I mean by that mental aspect. Tyroy is just aware of every little thing that you will do. He will pick up on it. He will find counter.
And he will exploit it until the game is over.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Bayo's so good at that as well, being able to get those hard punishes on just about anything if she knows what's going to happen.
Although, okay, falls out of it. SNooFL has also been doing a very good job of SDIing out of that specific combo and turning it into offense. Look at this.
What was really awful there for Tyroy was that SNooFL up-beat right by the ledge. Tyroy's first instinct, obviously, is to drop down Ferret. You know, just hitbox, take some more damage in. But if he's that close, the hitbox will collide with Bayo, and it does a lot of percent. Oh my god.
And there it is. That's the Ferris wheel. It keeps going round, round, open 24/7, 365. If you're in that kind of situation,
those uppers are so immaculate. Like the spacing.
There is no amount of SDI that'll save you from that. You just got to hold a direction and pray.
Yeah, he could have potentially had better TI on the uppers themselves, but it does cross up pretty consistently.
Oh, but there you go. Okay, you know, nice equalizer there. Stock
Town blast
taken.
zones.
It's now even in stocks and fairly close in percent. And SNooFL still has been playing very good. One thing I've actually been noticing in SNooFL's neutral is his utilization of empty hops. He's been doing a really good job of tricking out Tyroy. Like this entire set, anytime that he's been getting in and getting damage, it's been off of a fake out from an empty hop.
Oh my lord. So here's the thing about Fox Bayo. Very specifically in this matchup, Fox is such a fast faller that at low percent, if he SDIs down, it's very hard to follow up with a witch twist. You can potentially get fairs. ABKs are harder to get until they're up closer towards the 70% range. But Tyroy is just taking that gravity into account and doing like different versions of the combos, mostly focused on juggling and keeping Fox in disadvantage because his landing options are a little bit mediocre. It's like every time he gets his hands on him, it's so ugly both ways around.
Oh, the nair bouncing him backwards.
That's it.
Oh, wow.
Or not. Okay.
Yeah, that 3 times the charm, and that's going to be a 3-0 from Tyroy.
Yep.
That last interaction was also kind of weird because it sent him backwards into the stage, and I'm surprised that...
Because he did bounce off of the wall there. What I'm curious to know is if SNooFL had his jump at that last interaction, because if he did, he could have gotten back a little bit closer before he illusioned again. I honestly have no clue, but...
Still, I feel like it was a situation where no matter what happens, Fox's recovery is so linear, and Bayo already has so much control of that recovery zone that all Tyroy had to do was just keep